Wow, we are on day 28 in the Show Up Challenge. I can't believe it's been this long. Sometimes it seems like it's only been just a couple of days, just like day three. And then sometimes it seems like it's, oh my gosh, is it going to ever end? Well, right now, I don't want it to end. I feel like I don't want it to end. We are on day 28 in the Show Up Challenge. So, on yesterday, we talked about lessons learned and we talked about being accountable to yourself. It was workshop style. I gave y'all work to do. Okay, so I almost thought about doing that again today, but I decided no. Did you actually get a pen and paper and start writing all of those things down? Because I gave you some time. I think I took a sip of water or something. Oh no, I think I had my hot drink, my hot lemon drink. I call it lemon potion. But did you do that? I want to see you comment if you did do that. Let me know. Because I wonder if you actually wrote down the lessons that you had learned about yourself. Did you take notes? Or what about those programs we talked about? These were just lessons you learned about yourself since being inside of the Show Up Challenge. We've been going for 28 days. It's a 31-day challenge because this month has 31 days. I first started off, I was going to make it 30 days because it seems like in the social world, most people are doing 30-day challenges or 30-day events. And I thought about the 31 day being a bonus day, but I decided it's 31 days. It's going to make it 31 days. So this has been, and it is a 31-day challenge. And how was that for you? You can let me know that as well. I see more of you are joining us here in the Show Up Challenge. I wonder if the title has something to do with that. So, yes, the title for today is, let's see, the title of the day is about loving you, loving me. It's see yourself the way God sees you. Yes, that's what today is all about, seeing yourself the way God sees you. And so my question for you today, and I do want you to put this inside of the comments because I want to see this. So I want to ask you a question. What are your thoughts about yourself? So go ahead and put that inside of the comments. What are your thoughts, the thoughts that you have about yourself right now, today, yesterday? What kind of thoughts did you have about yourself even last week? Do you ever even think about yourself? I would say most of the time, the answer to that is no, not quite. You don't always think about yourself. Yes, you want to know this. This is a good subject. Put that inside the comments. What are the thoughts that you have about yourself? And this is about seeing yourself the way God sees you. This is really all about loving yourself. If you can't think about the thoughts that you have about yourself, then put down the thoughts that others have about you. You know the thoughts that they have about you, or the things, the words that they have said to you, how they have described you. This could be your family members. It can be your children or your spouse. It could be your co-workers. It could also be your people who you work with, your colleagues, other professionals that are in your industry. What are some of the thoughts that they have, that they say about you? I really want you to say the thoughts that you have about yourself. But if you cannot think of those, put down and insert inside of the comments the thoughts that you have about yourself. What else? Okay, so your friends also as well. Helen says, celebrating my wins and giving myself grace within my growth and journey. Excellent, excellent. That sounds like up-leveling to me. That sounds great. Lakia says, the thoughts that you have about yourself, that's a prayer I always pray. Seeing yourself the way God sees you. Oh my goodness, Lakia, you must have saw that just after midnight and you made sure you was up for this one. Yes, you always want to see yourself, and I am going to tell you that. I have a nice long list here, but I'm going to tell you what I have received to share with you, how God sees you, how God sees us. But I wanted you to put down, what are the thoughts that you have about yourself? So are you still thinking? So here's the thing. Let me ask you this question. Maybe this will help you. What does God say about you? What does he say? What does God say about you? Particularly, what have you learned that God has said about you? And this is just a side note. It's not even a side note because God just placed it in my spirit to ask this question. What does God sound like to you? Have you heard his voice? That's a whole nother question. It was not on my card, but have you heard his voice? Do you know what God's voice sound like? And I will tell you, I know what God's voice sound like. I've heard his voice audible in my ear, in my inner ear. Oh gosh, at least 3 times, 4 times in my lifetime, and I can call each one. Francine said he sees me as one with him. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what he does. He does see you as one with him. So again, what does God say about you? That's what I was asking you to also put in the comments. You all are active today. That's wonderful. So how God sees us, let me just share some things. He sees us as courageous. Courageous. That means we have courage. We're not doubtful. We're not fearful. We're not wondering. We're not waiting for someone else to move forward or to take action. We are showing up. He sees us having confidence and being courageous. He also sees us as being strong. We're not weak. He doesn't see us as low or beneath. He doesn't see us as not having the abilities. He sees strength in us. And that's because he placed it in us. He sees us as strong. God sees us also as brave. I said, fear not. He sees us as brave. We got confidence. Helen said, God has said to me, be still and remain obedient as I allow him to continue to order my steps. That's great. And you have to be still. You have to physically just be still. Just still. Still physically, still in your mind, still in your body, not moving around, but just place your hands on your lap and just be still and receive from him. He will start to speak with you because he wants all of your attention, all of those senses, all of your attention that he gave us. He wants you to be there and be still. And he can speak to you and you can hear him when he does that. Francine says he wants us to be complete. Exactly. Are those the thoughts you're having about yourself? Are you having these thoughts? And Lakia says, they say they appreciate me. I go beyond in all ways and encouraging them. Excellent. I must love that word excellent right now because I'm feeling that excellent. Jacqueline says, God sees me as whole, complete, capable, and courageous. Exactly. God also, and I was mentioning God also see you as brave. I had said that already. He sees you as relief. You are relieved. That means there's no dismay. You don't have anything that's holding you. There's no stress, nothing, there's no bondage. He sees you as completely relief. And so because he sees you that way, you're supposed to accept it and receive that and be that for him. So all those things that are causing you to not experience these ways that God sees you, you must change that. This show of challenge has got me so busy and it's caused me to be showing up in so many areas of my own life that I have to take a break and actually come back and just spend more time in the show up challenge with all these extra things. I have a long list of things that I have for you. You're probably not even looking for it because you haven't asked me, where is this, where is that, when I was looking for it. But anyway, I digress. So, how God sees us, perfectly made. Perfectly made. He sees us as made perfectly. Yes, my natural hair. That's why my hair is natural, because I decided that I was going to, oh yeah, by the way, I got that side bun again, Helen. You mentioned it yesterday. I decided to leave it and keep it. He sees this natural hair as perfect for how he made it. However your hair is patterned or its structure is perfect. He sees our skin, our complexion, our body shapes. He sees us as perfect. This is our physical body. He sees us and our mind as everything and all aspects about us as perfectly made. Andre says, yes. I think I hear praise yes when I see that. Lakia says, God sees me as his servant, willing to do what he desires of me. He sees me as his daughter. Exactly. His daughter, his child. He definitely sees you as that. God sees you. Here it is. Here it is. If you don't get anything else out of this, but get this also. He sees you as above, above. He does not see you as beneath. He sees you as above. So when people are, and I have to tell you, yesterday I had someone that went on my own personal social page, my personal one, and made a judgment statement. Some of y'all are my friends probably going to go back and look and see who said that. Made a judgment statement. I'm like, I cannot believe that. I was surprised. I see some people in the social spaces saying that also. You got the nerve. It's like remember, when people come to your page or your social space, they're in your living room, they're in your home. That's your place. And they have the nerve to come to your home, to your space, and make a critical statement about you. For me, yes, you want to have your opinions, but I want to consider what we had talked about is respect. Have some consideration for people. But anyway, slight digress. But that's a part of my story too. God sees us as above. See yourself as above. Definitely not beneath. That's why I smile. I'm smiling all the time because I see myself the way God sees me. When you come on here, you think I'm all happy. I'm like this all the time. I have been in the street. I have been in the stores. And people say, "You smiling. Why are you smiling all the time?" Because I see myself the way God sees me. I know who I am. I know how he made me. I know what my purpose is on this earth. And there's a time I did not know. And you may not know now. But you smile anyway because you know those other things about yourself. And he will tell you. If you ask him, he'll reveal them to you. And if you want to know what your gifts are, I do have some resources that I can share with you when we have our session. It will take an hour, at least an hour, for us to go through those sessions, but I will be able to assist you in helping you with that. And then you can go ahead and take that from there. But I know what all of my gifts are. They're in the book of Romans. All of the gifts that we possess that God has given us in the book of Romans. But I will be happy to do that. That's just a side note. God sees us as what he did. He gave. He sees us as a giver. He wants us to be able to do that. I started preaching again. Francine told me in another space one time, go ahead and preach. Never apologize for preaching. I think that was you, Francine. Someone said that. Anyway, okay. Lakia says, God sees her as his child, as an intercessor, as a faith leaper. Wow, that's powerful. Lakia also said, he sees me free in my, I'm not sure what this word is. It says, is it inkling or inking? It may be a spelling that might be messed up. Or as your king? I'm not sure. But I'm not getting that word. But he sees you as talking and seeing. Maybe as being. Okay. Andre says, I am more than a conqueror. You know what that means when you are more than a conqueror. You know what conquerors are? They get things done. Just like they show up. They get things done. And they do things. They say things. They make things happen. And Andre says that God sees him as more than that. He sees you also as more than that too. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that amazing that God sees you as that? I wasn't sure about this title because God gave me the title. But as you all hear so many ministers and preachers say this often, and I had no idea what I was going to say. All I had was that it was day number 28, and all I had was that God was loving me. That was the root name of this. And then late last night, really about 11 o'clock p.m. last night, he told me to see yourself the way God sees you. He gave me those words. And it wasn't until then that I knew that. I rested on it, and then he gave me all of these. This is amazing. I'm like totally surprised. But then I allow God to use me. And that's another thing too. God sees us as a vessel that can be used by him. while we're here on the earth. And that's what today is all about. It's about seeing yourself. See yourself the way God sees you. Make sure that you do that. Make that list. I'm the list lady. Make the list of those things that you see them. Post them. I'm trying to see if I got a list here. I got a list here, right? I'm going to show you. This is a list. Can you all see this? This is a list. It says goals and just things that I'm going to do. Make a list. Accountability partners, online things. And I have a gift basket business. I have a pipe and drape business. My goals and my visions. Receipts I got to file. My challenges. The challenges. Those are other challenges. I was participating in other people's challenges. It was time for me to do my own. Make a list of your things and see yourself. Do those things. Make a list the way God sees you. So that's what today is all about. So you all know what the gifts are. I keep showing you these things. You know what they are for showing up, participating, communicating with each other, engaging, going back and looking at the history, applying these things to your life. You came here for a reason. Did God direct you here? You probably just knew that you needed to start showing up in other areas of your life. I want to make sure I acknowledge everyone because you all saying some powerful words here, which applies to you. Andre said, he sees me as he is. Exactly. Lakia said, God sees me as forgiven. Yes. Oh my gosh, what a relief. Forgiven and have forgiven and out of my own way. Confidently. Did I say that? Confidentially? I'm not sure if I mispronounced that. But yes, he does see you as out of your own way. You know what that means? That means here you are. And here's all the things that are you caused to be in your own way. And God sees you as ahead of all of that, above all of that, out of your own way, so that you can do his plan for you. What he had created you here, birthed you here, gave you gifts to do while you're here on this earth and serving. Jacqueline says, yes, Lakia, I'm his too. Ready and willing to serve humanity, to uplift the kingdom of God. Wow, powerful. Y'all, I got goosebumps. You know what the goosebumps are. That's the spirit churning and moving. Lakia said, he sees me saved, delivered, and set free. Made free, I would say. Made free, but absolutely. You're free to move, free to go. That's right, Lakia. Jacqueline says, I know whose I am. Oh gosh, I say that. I know whose I am and who I am. I had a man ask me a question about that in the street one time, and I said that, and he was like, he had to step back. That was powerful to him. Jacqueline says, I know whose I am. I'm sorry, Jacqueline, I had to digress. As a child of God, I can do all things Christ who strengthens me. Exactly. Y'all are adding to this. Y'all are adding to this topic today. This is what he wants you to see in all of us. This is blessing me. Andre say he sees us as victors. Yes, he sees us as victors. We are victors, and we have victory in all areas, in every areas and aspects of our lives. Lakia said, God sees me as walking, talking, and seeing freely in every area of my life. You know what, y'all? If y'all haven't been doing this, it's time for y'all to start walking in this. Definitely start applying this to your life, because you all to see it. Y'all are powerful. Y'all talk about God. Wow. I love this. I'm just sitting here and read y'all comments. Okay. God sees me. This is Jacqueline. Jacqueline says, God sees me as love. Yes. Yes. You know why? Because he is love. His love protects, provides, propels, and prospers me. And Jacqueline says, love is as love does. That is so important. If you can give love, you can see what it does. Jacqueline also says, be the love you want to experience. Oh, that is so powerful. Jacqueline, you need to do a challenge on that probably. Y'all need to be doing your own challenges. You know what? Because you have your own challenge. That's what today is about. It's about seeing yourself the way God sees you. And this is not today. This is not for tomorrow. This is for the rest of the days that you are here on the earth. See yourself the way God sees you, because you are beautifully, you are perfectly and wonderfully made. Wonderfully, with wonder, you are made. So, your action step today is to make that list and to start to see yourself from this day forward. That's an ongoing action step, to see yourself the way God sees you. So that's my wish for you today, is that this challenge has been awesome for you. I'm adding another word, y'all. It has been awesome. It has been great for you. That today has helped you perfect your life and also grow in your life. And that's what it is. That's what it was supposed to be for me. It was really supposed to be just for me to show up and go live. I perfected that, y'all. It's already perfected. I did a video yesterday on another challenge that I started, that 30-day vegan diet, and posted it. I had been doing videos and just not even posting, or I would write posts and not even hit the post button. And I had so many of them, and I just wasn't staying in action, but I wasn't showing up. But I'm showing up now. It's done. I'm well into it. So they say if you do something for 21 days, that it becomes a habit. It becomes permanent. We're in 28 days, and I have been doing, and I'm going to 31 days. So it's definitely instilled in me. So listen, make sure you do your action step. Show up by seeing yourself the way God sees you. All right, take care. I love you all. Take care, and I will see you all again on tomorrow. Gosh, we're winding down to this day. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, Terry has joined. Oh, gosh, you're going to have to catch the replay. We covered a lot about seeing yourself, Terry, the way God sees you. I got so much I want to share about you. Oh, my goodness. All right, take care. Have a good day, each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me and not leaving me here alone in the Show Up Challenge. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.